Yo, what's up guys, it is X-Rays and welcome to a new episode of Best Class Setup. In today's episode we're actually going to be going over the best LMG class setup. This works with any single one of the LMGs, so in today's episode I'm focusing on the LSAT since it was something that my subscribers actually mentioned on Twitter. They were telling me to use the LSAT. But anyways, let's jump into the class setup. The first thing I want to mention is that the score streaks can be anything that you guys want to use. In this particular setup I was using the UAV, the Lightning Strike, and the Stealth Chopper. Again, as I mention all the time with score streaks, use anything that you feel comfortable with, anything that you feel you can actually get. I feel comfortable being able to get the UAV, Lightning Strike, and Stealth Chopper. So if you're not really a huge LMG person, I would recommend that you use score streaks that are more tailored towards your play style and basically your ability as a player. Anyway, so now that we got the score streak section out of the way, let's jump into the actual class setup. You guys are seeing I am actually using the LSAT. I'm using the Wildcard Primary Gunfighter, which allows us to have 3 attachments on the weapon. The attachments I am using: the Target Finder, the Quick Draw Handle, as well as the Stock. Now the reason I'm using the Target Finder is because it lets you know where the enemy is at. I do want to quickly mention though that if you are going for headshots, because someone mentioned on Twitter that they wanted to know how to get more headshots, I would recommend that you use the red dot sight or the EOTech sight instead of the Target Finder, because the Target Finder kind of does a triangle or a diamond over the actual body, so you end up shooting the body more than you do for, getting headshots. Quick Draw Handle as well as the Stock is because we all know LMGs are very, very slow. I'm trying to pick it up as much as I can. You're going to also see that it does reflect in the perks that I'm using. So Quick Draw Handle allows you to pull up the LSAT or your LMG a lot quicker, and then when you have the Stock attachment on the LSAT or any other of the LMGs, you actually, when you're aiming down sight, you move a little bit faster. The secondary I'm using is the Cap 40. Now, normally I would say don't use a secondary, but there are situations, you guys can see in this one, where I don't have, extended mags, and even if I don't have that, LMGs don't have a attachment that lets you reload faster. What I end up using is a secondary because the LMGs take a long time to reload, and even though they do have a lot of bullets, in this case 100 bullets by the LSAT, when you do eventually get into a situation where you ran out of bullets and you're in enemy territory, if you're the kind of person who likes to rush, you're going to end up, wasting time and getting killed. There were many times where I was playing and I was trying to reload and I ended up getting killed while I was in the middle of reloading because it just takes that long. So if you are in enemy territory, pull out your secondary. Cap 40 is a great one to use, and if you're not and you have a little bit of space and your teammates can cover you, then you're okay to reload. The perks that I was using was the first perk, Lightweight. Again, same thing, reflecting like with the Quick Draw Handle and the Stock attachment, is the fact that you want to go as fast as possible. Lightweight makes you move at 100% speed. The second attachment I'm using, Toughness. I was going to mention that you don't need Scavenger with the LMGs. Usually you want to go through your score streaks, you'll end up dying to something. And if you have Toughness instead, you're able to stay on point when you're shooting at an enemy, especially from a distance, especially if they're using an LMG as well. If you have Toughness and they don't, you're going to win that gunfight. The third perk that I'm using is Dexterity. Same thing, where I'm trying to make this as lightweight, as fast as moving as possible because LMGs are super slow. Dexterity lets you pull up your gun faster when you're running. A lot of people don't really use this because they tend to kind of camp, in a certain area. You guys are seeing in this gameplay, I do kind of camp a little bit, but I'm, constantly moving back and forth, running back and forth. Dexterity helps me pull out my gun a little bit faster, and is something that I really like to use. I'm the kind of person that's constantly moving around, and in order to be able to using LMG, I want to have as much time as I can to kind of cut it down and, take out the enemy as quick as possible. The lethal that I'm using is the C4. Again, the reason that I'm using the C4 is because it allows me to, kind of get an enemy over a wall or anything. You can't necessarily do that with an LMG without wasting a bunch of bullets, and if you don't have, FMJ, then it really does nothing. Anyways guys, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Best Class Setup. If you did, remember to slap a like and a favorite. If you guys are new to my channel, you guys have not subscribed, or maybe you're seeing this on a different channel, go ahead and check out my channel as well, youtube.com/OGXrays. A link to my channel is in the description, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Tell me what you guys want to see next time. You guys have any suggestions for a class setup that you guys want to see, leave it as a comment down below or tweet me, which is the way that I got this episode. Anyways guys, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm X-Rays, I'm out. Peace.